What's up, everybody? Welcome to another long-awaited edition of Unbox. It's been a little while since the St. Patrick's Day releases ended. Since I've done one of these, well, felt like it was really worthy of doing one. Doing a little bit of something different today, which I'm not sure if a lot of you guys are really gonna grasp or understand. It all depends on style, where you're from, what kind of music you listen to, what you identify with. So we'll see how that goes. This is Unbox, the hip hop edition. And I know on here I'm always putting up Dropkick Murphys, a lot of Scally punk stuff. Sorry, Celtic stuff, Celtic music, all that stuff. My music taste is such an array of different things. I'll even listen to some Coltrane sometimes. I love oldies, doo-wop, punk rock, New York hardcore, roots rock reggae is probably one of my favorite music, especially with the summertime coming. Roots rock reggae. I was always into back in the day the ska, the punk, rock steady, dance hall, anything you name it. But my real roots are hip hop. Going back to the late 80s, early 90s, growing up in Queens, New York. My roots are hip hop. That's really in anything that I do. I kind of have a little hip hop to it. So I know a lot of you guys from all different parts of the country, all different walks of life. I hope you can appreciate that creativity. I'm about to display a little bit of how you can be creative with these hats, which I've shown before when I turned the Valentine Rose into the Derrick Rose for the Chicago Bulls. Excuse me. A couple other things where you could just really turn a hat into something creative. So with that being said, today I have the BAMF Irishman. You see that little shamrock leaf right there? This is a cigar. It's a military cigar, BAMF, and the Irishman edition with the little shamrock there. John M. Miller sent this to me along with a bunch of other cigars. Big up to John M. Miller at MC Cigar. This is the first one I'm going to smoke, and I'm going to pair it with a hat that I will show you. I'll put up some pictures later. I bet it was a little under the weather, so I haven't been able to really smoke any from the stash that he had sent me. John called me up one night and we talked on the phone for about 45 minutes. And we talked about everything from scallies to cigars to sports to negotiating, good deals and stuff like that. John's a really cool guy, man. And just the conversation just flowed and everything. Florida guy. Told him next time I'm down in the area, sometimes I hit up Clearwater Beach. I got family. I'll definitely go with an MC Cigar. And visit John down there. He has some great stories. Sent me some cigars with stories behind the cigars. John, I will get to smoking those and letting you know what I think about them. So with that being said, it's an Unbox. What does that mean? We got to drink something, right? So for the hip hop edition, I got this Death Row West Coast IPA. Many of you know Death Row Records, the Suge Knight record label. Of course, led to a lot of different controversy with Snoop Dogg leaving there and Tupac getting shot and all that. But this is the Death Row West Coast IPA. It's Launcher. That's a good IPA right there. If any of you guys that are really into IPA, you can look up that online. I got that from online. I think I got a 4-pack. So today I'm wearing my, of course, for the hip hop edition, right? You know what that Celtics, the Big 3-3. What I'm about to show you something I'm gonna get into, but I'm wearing my Boston Scally Dubliner. This was probably one of the first Boston Scallies I got. It was the first Boston Scally I got with an Irish team with a shamrock on the back. If you see, I call this the land of pins. So if I have a pin, I don't know where to stick it, I stick it on here. That's the Pinheads Pins Irishman. That's the shamrock that I got from Steve Akers sent me. The Trinity pin that Bobby Chappelle sent me. Another shamrock I got from Chris Lopp. That Nick Nefarious Hooligan was an extra one I got from Funky Brims. And that pen I just got from Temu. I got a Temu stash in, and I got that pen, the Shamrock, with the Irish flag on it. And like I said, I had showed you guys some Temu hats before, and I was like, yo, the Sheen hats, don't mess with them. But the one Temu hat I got, I did like. So I was looking on there for something else. So I wound up, I don't know if you guys saw what I put up earlier. I put up a Dropkick Murphy shirt I got from there, a couple pins, one nice silver pin I put on the Blondie Rose. But I also got this Scally that I unwrapped today. This Scally was $5. Okay, and this Scally is comfortable. It doesn't hurt my head. It's not too tight. It fits perfectly. It's a little bit flexy. And it's a black Scally I got from Temu. He's made in the UK, actually, with a big embroidered shamrock on it. So I'm like, you know what? Decent quality, too, man. I'm like, I gotta grab this. So I grabbed it and it came. But I'm like, it's just a black Scally. It's just a black Scally with a shamrock on the side, you know, and it could be rock like a flat cap, you know. But I was like, I want to do something else with this, so I went online and I found this site called National Hip Hop Museum. National Hip Hop Museum has a ton of hip hop pins. I know you guys saw that Dropkick Murphys hat that I had pinned up with some pins. I put a Dropkick Murphys pin on it as well. So I'm like, wow, I went nuts over these hip hop pins that I saw. So I'm like, let me create a House of Pain Scally, because I haven't seen a House of Pain Scally. I never saw one. One is not in existence. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna create a House of Pain Scally. Let me take a $5 Scally cap with a black embroidered shamrock, a black hat with an embroidered shamrock on it. I'm making a House of Pain Scally. So what I did was I got this House of Pain pin from the National Hip Hop Museum, stuck it on the back. And Steve Akers, big up to Steve Akers, he had sent me some pins. I'm like, Steve, I'm gonna make sure I put that awesome Irish American pin you got me. I'm put it on the right hat, and it looks so dope on this hat right there with that pin, the Irish American pin, the House of Pain on the back, and that on the side. This has become my House of Pain Scally, right? So I created now a House of Pain Scally, and of course, Aunt Ox, you know Aunt Ox. Aunt Ox gonna rock that House of Pain Scally backwards as well. Show off that House of Pain pin like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, dope. I love this hat now. I paid $5 for it. This is what I'm saying. You could do things. You could create things like this. Like that, the Boondock that I made, the fake Griswold, and we called it the Friswold, is another one. So I do have, I do love these hats that you just create kind of from scratch and make your own. So now I got a House of Pain Scally, and I got a House of Pain shirt coming too from Temu that I'm gonna wear with the Scally. I'll put up pics, pair it together. So on the hip hop note, I know, and Travis Hatley had saw me when I put it up. I was going online and I came across a Tupac Scally from Rockabilia for $8. And it's a Scally, had Tupac embroidered on the back. A black Scally, $8 on Rockabilia. I'm like, you know what? I said, did Travis, I put something up and Travis had responded to it. He's like, I'm not a, fan of that, but are you going to get it? And I said, nah, Travis, I'm 45 years old and I ain't wearing no Tupac hat. But then when I went on to get this House of Pain pin and I saw the hip hop pins on National Hip Hop Museum, I was like, wow, $8 for the Tupac hat. That'll be a perfect place for me to throw some other early 90s hip hop pins on it. I'm like, I'm 45, but you know what? Who listens to early 90s? We're all in our 40s now, right? So what it is. It's like our parents when they were still into the Rolling Stones and all that. It's just what it is now. So I got from Rockabilia the Tupac Scally. And I stuck a few pins on here. I already showed Ed Franco. He's like, I gotta get those pins. This one fits a little better than this, but it's got Tupac, $8, Tupac embroidered on the back. It's called an Ivy cap, flat cap, right? And I got a Tribe Called Quest pin from National Hip Hop Museum, a Biggie pin, a Tupac pin. I put a Biggie and a Tupac next to each other back there. A Gangstar pin and a Wu-Tang pin. And I put all those on this hat. And just to have this hat. I don't know, like, and I got a Public Enemy shirt from Temu too. I'm probably gonna put this hat on with that. I don't know how often I'll wear it, or if a situation will come up. I might go to a Wu-Tang show with my friend, which is all like 40s and 50-year-olds that go to those shows now. I did go to a House of Pain show in 2017, and when Everlast was done, he must have ended at like 10:15. He was like, "Oh, you guys get motherfuckers get home to your babysitters now." So that's just how it is now. But I may wear this at like an early '90s, maybe a Wu Tang show or something like that. Um, but otherwise, it's probably not a daily wear, but just so cool to have. Um, Again, these pins awesome. Just to create something out of these caps. Um, Probably gonna tilt it a little bit, play with it, how to wear it. It's got the button on the front, a little bit puffy, but again, this one maybe because it's hip hop, you tilt a little bit like that. It's not bad. I'll pull it off with something one day. But again, this is how you get creative with these hats. Um, Big ups to everybody. I have something special coming. Throw that House of Pain cap back on. I got something special coming that I just had seen yesterday that I placed an order for. High quality, legit cap from a new company. And they've only got a few caps. And when I get that, I'm going to unbox it and see the fit from this new company up in Boston that I'll unbox for you guys. Otherwise, thanks again for watching, and stay tuned. Peace.